Hey, this is Eric Crow,
And this is Patrick.
And this is Jeff.
and we're gonna cast the third game here, which is a 50% handicap on Nick.
Now we've got Stefan Legg here spawning in the 9 o'clock position as the blue Protoss. And since it's a mirror matchup, we've got Nick Beckstein spawning as the red Protoss in the 6 o'clock position on Incineration Zone. And as far as we can tell, it's a 1v1 map with some very interesting map layout. You want to go into that here?
Well, yeah. As you can tell, there's a natural expansion that's just right down your ramp that's completely closed off, except for another ramp almost directly next to the natural expansion ramp into your third. So it's going to be pretty easy to grab that natural. I would not be surprised to see one of them grabbing that early expo.
Now, based upon what Nick did last game, I think we could maybe expect to see the same sort of play here. He comes out, he maybe attempts to wall off his natural right here at this area, and goes for that early expansion again.
And you know, Patrick, it's a fairly long rush distance on this map. You know, not as long as Scrap Station or all those other famous for long distance maps. But I mean, it's definitely not a short rush distance map that he can get to him within under 10 minutes. It's gonna take a little while.
Now, am I correct in that Stefan's probe line is still being rallied to in front of his Nexus?
It's an interesting strategy. Yeah.
I mean, we've got to say he's consistent in the fact that he does bring that probe right back out. Like, he knows where that probe's going.
Exactly. Choosing not to wall off this game. That's an interesting play.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got to know the Zealot Rush isn't going to work with 50% handicap.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true.
He could probably kill a Zealot with one of his probes. I mean, it's one of those. It's a consolation match. Stefan knows that, and he wants to demolish Nick.
Yeah.
Now, if we just got that those probes upgraded, they'd be really powerful in this matchup, from what I understand.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop you there, Jeff, and say no.
Yeah, that's a fair enough argument there.
No, there is no argument. Upgraded probes are not combat units. At best, they are tanks. Anyway, interesting.
I just think you're underestimating the lowly probe, you anarchist.
So now, as you know, the tourney is best of 3, and Nick took those first 2 games. This is just an opportunity for a very fun, friendly match. That's why the handicap was set. So not very competitive. Just trying to do some fun builds here, trying to see what we can come up with.
And as you know, with a 50% handicap, Stefan's units are basically going to do almost twice as much damage.
Yeah, basically. As in mathematically, yes.
Basically. I mean, like, probably close to that, it's not necessarily set in stone.
Now, what I'm surprised about is that Nick is neglecting to go for any type of early expo whatsoever. When you're thinking that your unit's doing half the damage, the common sense thing is just to get twice as many units.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Your macro's got to be a tip-top shape in order to play with a 50% handicap.
Nick is going a completely different route where it looks like he's getting a starport. So he's going to go with just try to surprise early Void Ray harass, that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And from the looks of it, Stefan's going to be really unprepared. All I see thus far is some Void Rays. But I do want to point out, up until now, Stefan was ahead in the food count. We're seeing a very different Stefan playing here.
Now,
I think he's got a bit of a chance.
The 50% handicap doesn't handicap you in probe time or anything like that. So I really feel as if Stefan would be doing well regardless of the handicap at this point.
I mean, it's a whole different game when the pressure's off. I mean, those first 2 games, he's probably got a lot of pressure behind him, and can't really, think straight, execute his build correctly. With the consolation game here, nothing's on the line.
Yeah, we're seeing a very different Stefan going for his own Stargate. This is some good play. I really like this. However, we see here, Nick has the advantage of starting that fleet beacon a bit early, which means he can get out some carriers.
Are we looking maybe at a mothership rush here?
Oh, I would certainly hope so.
Man,
a mothership rush at this point would be an ideal move.
Yeah, and it would catch Stefan totally off guard. Well, he is putting down the forge. He may get those cannons out in time.
That would be awesome. I mean, the only issue is if he.
Now, if you could just get those probes upgraded.
In there. That really.
Probes don't shoot up as many people have pointed out in the past. And Stefan finally throwing down that fleet beacon. Meanwhile, we've already seen...
behind.
Yeah, a little bit behind. Nyx is already completed.
We've got the mothership being built.
Oh, there we go. There we go. And that is built at the Nexus because it's so damn rare, right? Stargate cannot produce such a massive use.
Chrono boosting the mothership. You know, want to get that out as quickly as possible. Looks like he saved it up for as long as he could.
Absolutely. Stefan, meanwhile, also saving up Chrono Boost. We could potentially expect to see the same sort of play.
Oh
here.
wow, double mothership rush. That would be that would probably be unheard of.
Unorthodox and rare. Rare as a summer lily.
Is that rare? I'm not sure, Patrick. I'm a man. I'm not.
He's working on his banter. It's not that hot. Okay.
Would you go and check for me? Is Stefan upgrading his units?
Let's see here. They would be upgraded, the air units, at the cybernetics core. No upgrades as of yet. And you know what? I don't think he could afford it here just on one base. So... Yeah.
Right. Wow. I mean, the probe count is actually very even.
Yeah, we're seeing a very.
Nick's only ahead by one probe, and I mean, wait.
And
Stefan's
Stefan's already got out 2 void rays. This is going to be very interesting. He's got to micro this perfectly, though. He's going to have to deal with those 5 stalkers. Meanwhile, Nick chrono boosting those stalkers out. I think he expects Stefan to go. You know, air play just as well, probably due to this close air rush distance. Meanwhile, here we just see Nick just building up more and more gateways and opting not to use that Stargate. He may have just gotten the Stargate solely for the mothership.
It looks like the mothership
and
is
the mothership
out.
is out. Funny little glitch here. It's actually a very competitive glitch, as Nick proclaims game time here.
Completely giving off any secretive play he was trying to work in with a...
When the mothership actually spawns, there's always a bit of characteristic lag that follows. And if an opponent's paying attention and they see that lag, they could see, in Stefan's case, that a mothership is on the way to his fucking base. Meanwhile, here, Stefan opting to take the second base. I recommend that because his base is about to be obliterated.
It looks like
I realized I didn't have enough energy for mass recall.
At this point, Nick is just doing the good old mothership harass play, opting to take the full brunt of the... Oh, it goes down. And Stefan with the lull. Oh, that must hurt.
Oh man, that's a punch in the dick right there.
He almost got that pylon destroyed though. That would have been a crucial pylon destruction right there.
That would have not set him behind on the food count.
That would have, let's see here. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely would have. Maybe pylon blocked him in the future, possibly. That's what I think Nick was going for.
And I hope you noticed that fucking mothership has like a max 250 health.
We've got ourselves a good game here. This is shaping up.
No.
Stefan going for those void rays, and that's going to definitely help him out in this matchup.
We thought that might be the checkmate, but Stefan has definitely maneuvered his way back into this game.
I like that he's got the void rays out, but I just wish he was doing a little more with them at this point in the game.
Maybe get a little probe line harass.
I see no cannons back there, just the stalkers.
I feel wide open.
Come in here, pick off that stupid probe that's being selected and no longer being selected, and pick off a couple of these pylons before the stalkers can come in.
We all know how crucial picking off just a couple pylons are in this game, apparently. These opponents are very serious about their pylon play.
Sometimes just spawning entire motherships to go for those pylons.
Honestly, though, I mean, if he did pick off that pylon, Nick would be supply blocked.
Yeah.
He would not be able to build units until he, took the 15 or 20 seconds to build another pylon.
That is indeed how this game works with supply.
Please note the next unit being the only unit in production.
Again,
like he's going for another mothership.
Another mothership. I'd like to say that I'm surprised, but I really like this play. I think this is definitely got some potential.
Now let's see if
normally when a strategy doesn't work, the opponent doesn't just try to do it again.
Yeah, and maybe this time he will indeed wait to build up enough energy to do something with this mothership, some sort of action whatsoever besides casually shooting at a pylon.
And you can see here the Twilight Council going down. I'm willing to bet that he's going to invest in Blink and make this harassment play just twice as effective.
cloaking that
Oh,
is similar.
Stefan getting his own mothership out. This is
Oh,
going to be
wow.
quite the bizarre match.
wow.
Now, do either one of them have an observer out?
Neither one had enough gas to throw down a robotics facility. This is going to be
even though,
So we're
the
gonna have-
stupidest play. Possibly potential. He built it at the
looks
close
like,
one.
Looks like
Oh,
Stefan's going with the Void Rays. It's a very
Oh.
smart move considering they cloak and cannot be detected. since
Absolutely.
Nick has no detection whatsoever.
So it's going to be cloaked stalkers versus cloaked void rays
And
versus
since
mothership
these
versus
void-
mothership.
since these void rays do plus to massive.
Oh, he moved out of the
They just-
cloaking field.
Oh,
They're literally
not
just
moving
gonna
on
walk
attack.
right by that mothership.
This mothership is going to go down
Oh, and we got
immediately.
the cloak,
Oh,
and it's down.
Oh,
It's
man.
Stefan.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the horde.
and
I
these
think
void
what
rays are going to go to work on that. Oh, but he needs to pull the mothership back.
Yeah.
I think-
Oh,
definitely
miss
pulled
micro.
mothership back. Oh, the chaos. The chaos.
Stefan going from a very commanding lead back down to even.
I'm not exactly sure who's in the lead out of that matchup.
Those are expensive.
Yeah.
Honestly,
This-
I think we're underestimating the 50% handicap. Do you see how fast Nick's mothership went down?
Can we call the fact that